How's it going, guys? It's Paradise, and I'm going to tell you guys everything you need to know about the Warlords of New York expansion coming to the Division 2. There is some big changes in this expansion, some really notable ones, and we're going to recap everything we know in this video as quick as we can for you guys so that you can get caught up to date and see if this is going to be for you. So the first thing is that this is set in New York, in Lower Manhattan, a whole brand new area. It is a 1-to-1 scale with the actual area that it's going to be. The area will be covered in a fog of war, which will mean that you have to explore it so that you can see all of it on your map and everything. You can actually start this new expansion regardless of where you are in the story. However, once you've started it, you can't go back to DC until after you've beaten the expansion. And if you are a new player coming into the game, you can make a character that will get boosted straight to level 30 right at the beginning of the expansion, so you don't have to worry about missing out if you are new to the Division 2. The premise for this DLC is that you're hunting down these rogue agents. They actually have unique skills, and so when you take them out, you actually get those abilities for yourself. It looks like we've seen 4 new abilities so far. The first one is a really cool looking shock trap. It is this sort of lightning bomb that you throw. You can also use it to make tripwires. It's a very good CC move. It sort of arcs them in lightning and stuns them. It might damage them as well. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like it's very good for crowd control. There's also the echo-based hologram decoy. You sort of throw this device out, it pops up a hologram, it distracts enemies and draws them towards it. So you can kind of use it to taunt enemies, throw it out there, get some distraction while you can shoot them down. There's also a returning favorite, the explosive sticky bombs. It functions a lot like a grenade launcher. You shoot it at an enemy or at the floor, then you manually detonate it, it makes an explosion, as well as a fire bomb variant that sets enemies on fire and does like an AoE fire when you detonate it. There are of course 5 rogue agents, and that is 4 abilities, so maybe there's another one. We'll have to wait and see. Alongside that, there's going to be new gear, new brands of gear and weapons, and new exotics. It seems like there's 2 that we kind of might know about so far. Lady Death being the first one, which is this SMG, where as you run and move about, you gain stacks. When you shoot enemies, it consumes those stacks to amplify your damage, and kills give you a movement speed buff as well. Then there is also the Bullet King, which is named after one of the Division 1 bosses, where its perk is that the gun doesn't need to be reloaded, and every 100 hits replenishes your allies' ammo. So that could be really useful in the raid or the later game content as well. Alongside that, the level cap has been increased from 30 to 40, so 10 more levels. And they are adding in a new sort of mechanic called shade levels. These are abbreviated to SHD in all the UI and everything. These are very similar to like Paragon levels in Diablo or your badass levels in Borderlands. As you gain XP, it contributes to this shade level. You can then assign your shade points into 5 different trees: offensive, skills, defensive, weapon handling, and scavenging. And they apply permanent stat increases, obviously very small increments for each level, and there is a cap as well. They can also reward you with vanity and cosmetic items as well. They didn't actually answer if this is character specific or account wide. We'll sort of have to wait and see. But they did say that you don't need maxed shade levels to do the raid and stuff, hence them adding in a cap on different stats. They don't want it to break the game, but it is in there with actual stat increases, so it is sort of worth hitting those levels if you play a lot of Division. They've also got changes to recalibration, where if you get god rolls or perks that you want to save, you can actually extract them from that piece of gear and sort of save it and apply it to other pieces of gear. The UI will also tell you if you already have a better roll saved, or if you should go and save the roll on the piece of gear you're looking at. So it seems like they've really put a focus on the crafting and recalibrating of your gear to get that perfect build for your playstyle. There is of course a new raid coming with this as well. It should be in springtime. It's going to have a level 30 version for anyone that owns the base game, as well as a level 40 version for everyone with the expansion. Apparently it's going to be called the Foundry. Alongside this, the raid leaderboards will be resetting, so people can try and get that #1 spot on the leaderboard again. And that brings us to Dark Zone changes. They are buffing the Dark Zone. They are making it specifically for PvP ready players. To quote them, they said it's for the wolves, not the sheep. Whereas before they were kind of catering to both, you know, people that didn't really want PvP but wanted to experience the Dark Zone. Now it's going to be more PvP focused for players. That being said, there will be rewards for not just killing everyone you see. You will get XP if you help other players out in the Dark Zone, but they are making those changes to make it more PvP focused. You can see the names of everyone in the Dark Zone, so you can mute and block people as needed in case they're just trolling you or something like that. They also looked into upping the max players from 12 to 16 players, but they decided to keep it at 12 with their playtesting and matchmaking coming at better results with 12 players, so they're keeping it down to 12. You're actually going to be able to see the contaminated gear stats. There's also going to be exclusive loot. They're taking away the grey rogue system, so you're either rogue or you're not. Going rogue on someone will actually be quicker as well, so you can really get the drop on them and it won't interrupt your aiming. They're adding 3 extractions per zone. The Dark Zone perks are going to be revamped. And finally, there is no new Dark Zone area in the expansion. It's all going to be changes to the existing Dark Zone. There's also global difficulty now, all the way up to heroic if you want to go that far, as well as directives that can be applied to give you bonus XP modifiers. They also come attached with a negative perk though. So if you're wanting to be risky for more XP, you can apply the directives. There's a new legendary difficulty mode. It's important to note that the difficulties also scale between 1 and 4 players. They wanted to make a big emphasis that everything except for the raid can be done solo, so they've added in this scaling. The legendary difficulty mode comes with the best chance for god rolls. It sort of raises the minimum that loot can roll, so you have that higher chance of better rolls. You also get higher powered gear, more XP, which means you're going to level up your shade levels faster. There's custom vanity items, and just generally better loot and higher rarity on the legendary difficulty mode. They did say that this isn't just changes to the health and damage of enemies. They don't want it to be a bullet sponge difficulty mode. They've actually talked about that they are changing the AI themselves to behave differently. One example that they gave is that the Black Tusk tank, who normally has this healing hive on his back that sort of pops up and heals them as you shoot him, when you're playing on legendary difficulty is swapped to a wasp hive, and this will actually send out little things that damage you as the player and your party, and his AI is also changed to sort of rush you. So whereas before he would stand back, shoot and heal, now he is going to rush you with this damaging hive on his back while he's shooting you, while everything else is going on. So there's definitely AI changes. We'll have to sort of see how that feels to play against. And they also talked about the possibility of adding in leaderboards for like speed runs and stuff if there is the demand for it on legendary difficulty. They also said that there is going to be surprises when you replay content where something will be a bit different. They were very vague here, but they did confirm that it's not going to be to do with hunters. So there's some kind of different thing about replaying content. There's also going to be the 3 strongholds in DC having an upgraded Black Tusk version for legendary difficulty. And then we also need to talk about the seasons and the battle pass sort of system that they're adding in. 7 days after the launch of the expansion, the season will start. The narrative manhunt missions will be added every 3 weeks. You'll get season levels, which you have a sort of level track like a battle pass. As you level it up, you'll be getting rewards off of that. There'll also be a premium version that you can buy that will have other rewards on it too. So you can buy that if you want to get those extra rewards. There'll also be leagues, which are time attack challenges that last for 2 weeks. They pit players against each other for seasonal loot and vanity items. There's going to be global events. There are also going to be secret audio logs and things like that. There will also be new and upgraded hunters to go down and kill, so that'll be interesting to see those new hunters as well. I tried to keep all of this information as dense as possible to get through it as quick as possible to round up everything for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you are most excited for. I really like that they are going down the PvP route for Dark Zone. I want to see more about these new abilities. I want to know what these shade levels are going to cap out at. And I also really like that new players are going to be able to boost up to level 30 and jump right into the expansion. I think that's going to be great for getting your friends involved or just new players in general. And I'm very interested for the new raid. Definitely keen to learn more about that. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, hit subscribe for more content like this, and let me know in the comments if you're going to be playing the new expansion, Warlords of New York. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget, you can check out 269 and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.